Hi, our viewers, karibuni sana on Youth Care Unit. I'm your host, Sasam. Today, we're discussing about mentorship, and to help me discuss this topic, I've got two guests in studio. I would kindly request them to introduce themselves.
Hello, viewers. My name is Pastor Trizah, Thuo. I fellowship with Christian Life Family Fellowship, and we are here to mentor the youth. God bless you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Peter Mwangi. I'm born again, and I'm a musician. I'm happy to be in this show.
Wow, karibuni sana. Pastor, I would start with you.
Yes.
Maybe you would tell us what is mentorship?
All right. Mentorship is a developmental relationship where a more experienced person trains a less experienced person, or a more knowledgeable person trains a more less knowledgeable person. So in other words, you're trying to acquire skills from somebody who knows to a person who doesn't know. And I want to be clear here that mentorship, it doesn't have to be necessarily an older or younger person. You can be mentored by a very young person. You can be mentored also by a very old person. So mentorship is more for also the skills that the other person has. Yes.
So Peter, where does mentorship start?
It can start in a stage. You can get from whatever level of life you are in. You can be able to start with from where you are. When this mentor comes in, they can pick from where they are, then they can go. I believe, yeah, sure.
Pastor,
Yes.
who is the first mentor in somebody's life?
I believe the first mentor in our life is our guardian, our parent, the person who raises you from childhood. Because I believe past mentorship starts from when you're young, and there's always something that you're looking up to somebody. So whoever raises you, if it is a parent, a mother or a father, or a guardian, is the first mentor. The person who raises you from childhood is your first mentor. Then we now go to, when the child goes to school, we have mentors who are teachers. We have also mentors who are fellow children, who can mentor our children or the children that are in the school to be better off, or they can be able to acquire skills, better skills from the other children. So when you go, every level that you go, there will always be a mentor, somebody you're able to copy from, somebody that you look up to for several skills. Yes.
You've said it started from parents.
Yes.
Peter, when you look at our parents, do you see those mentorship qualities in our parents, especially nowadays?
Especially from today, if up to date, not all, some are drunkards, some are good, some are pastors, some are counselors, advisors. So, not all, because for a good mentor, it's hard to find. And so, maybe 30% in the society. That's my take about that. Sure.
Pastor, what should be done?
Yeah, I would very much agree with Peter here that our society is lacking mentors. And more so, if the way we've said that mentors start from our parents, so many of our parents have failed. Like now, as we are having this program, I would ask how many parents are at home. We are so busy looking for money. We are so busy working out of the family, and we have failed our children to some extent. So our children do not have mentors, and that is where we are blaming the society. We are blaming the youth here that they are getting into bad company because they do not have anybody to copy from. So to some extent, as a pastor, I will agree our parents have failed. Even as a pastor, maybe for us pastors, we assume that our children have to follow us, have to be good. And there we have failed. We've forgotten to mentor our own family. And we are out mentoring in the church and being very public and being known all over and doing all those crusades and preaching everywhere. But we've refused to mentor our immediate families. So to some extent, just like Peter has said, 30%. 70% of parents are failing.
So who should take this responsibility of this young kid whose parents are drunkards? I mean, who should take that responsibility?
One thing I believe this program is out there speaking to so many parents. I know so many people are watching us, and I believe that by this program you will now start changing. If you've not been doing your role as a parent, you'll now start doing your role. But I believe whoever you are, like the way we are here, the three of us, we can change our whole society. If you are a pastor, let me preach, let me be a mentor. Let me change my society, the society that is around me. The youth Peter here, the people around him, if he's in college, if he's working, if wherever he's working, he should be a mentor in that place. So it always starts from you. Wherever you are, you who we are talking to today, you are the first mentor. You have to start mentoring today.
Wow.
Yes.
So we are talking from the perspective of parents who go to church. What if we talk about the teachers in schools?
The same thing. I believe the same teachers are also parents. The teachers, assuming a teacher is a drunkard, surely that teacher cannot even mentor anyone. And that is why today we are saying, you who is there, you who is watching us, you who is listening to us, start mentoring. A teacher should be a mentor to the children, should start talking to these people, to the pupils, and imparting skills onto these children, showing these children that they can be somebody. But it has to start with them. Are they mentors themselves? Do they can people look up to them? Mentorship really looks at the character. We should change our character to look like mentors who can be eliminated by people. People can look up to you and acquire skills from you. So teachers should start having characters. If they've not changed, start changing to have characters that can be eliminated by people.
Peter, what are some of the qualities that you look when you're looking for a mentor?
Okay, number one, I would go for somebody with a good character, good history, because the Bible says that Jesus said, how will you know them? By their fruits. So there's no way you can tell me that you're good, whoever, mentor or pastor or counselor, but you are reflecting otherwise. You cannot preach water, then you take wine. So we have to read from your life chart. That's where it starts. I believe, sure.
So, Pastor, when I'm looking for a mentor, should I go for a person, or should just that person look at me and see the talent in me and approach me, or what should be the process?
There's something that Peter said that is very important to note, that it is very hard to find a mentor, and it's also very hard to find a mentee, because you, the person who wants to be mentored, have to look for somebody who has what you want. All right? So, and you who has the skills have to look for people who are willing to acquire skills from you. So I believe it's a two-way traffic. You're looking for a mentor, and this person also should look for a mentee, so that these two things meet, and then we have a society that is all changed. Yes.
In a scenario whereby I want to be mentored, and maybe approach somebody who I see have skills, but he's not willing to help, what about that?
What I would tell you is that don't give up. You will always, when you go to somebody and the person is not willing to mentor you, be assured that person will not help you much. Move on, look for another person. It's very hard to find people who want to even share out your skills. Like Peter is a musician, I'm also a gospel artist. But when I go to those gospel artists who are so popular and I want them to mentor me, I don't know whether it's some kind of jealousy, or they do not want you to reach the same level where you are. But what I will tell you in life, don't give up. Look for a mentor. Keep looking. Keep looking. A politician, and you're a politician and you want to look for somebody who can mentor you into politics. Keep looking. At least out of 10, you'll get one. So keep looking. Yes.
So Peter, what are some of the challenges that you maybe are facing when looking for a mentor?
We said they're hard to find, and you have to have a historical story about how they have been. So I cannot bring a package and tell you, now this is a mentor, a good mentor. How can you be able to to verify whether they are the right people to suit for a good mentor. So it's a challenge to find. Yeah. So I think it's divine. A good mentor, it's God given. Yeah, it's a gift from God. Yeah. So it's a prayer. I think it's a prayer item because the Bible says that God knows the heart and the mind. So they may come under various shapes and looks with various motives, but God gives the best mentor, I believe. Sure.
Wow. So Pastor, you talked about skills when defining mentorship.
Yes.
Where do one get these skills?
All right. I believe skills. You can go to college and get skills. Skills you can also be a gift that God has given you. And we all have different skills. And what I said is that if you are looking for a mentor in whatever skill, go to a person who has those skills. Because what happens, so many people are looking for people who do not have what they need. Right?
Yeah.
It is important that you go to the person who has what you need, what you want, and you'll definitely get it. So skills, you can go to colleges and get the skills that you want. You can go to school and also be with people who have the skills. You'll acquire them somehow. Yeah.
So it's a mentorship is like it comes automatically.
It is natural. I think it's more of a natural thing, and you have to look for it, and you definitely get it. Yeah.
So let's take it to church.
Yes.
So how can you say when you talk of pastors mentoring their youth?
All right. I think that has really been a challenge, especially to the youth and to the in the church, because a youth comes to me. And that youth says, I have a gift in preaching, I have a gift in singing. But it is very unfortunate that this also is drifting in the church. You do not want to mentor that church, that youth to be the next pastor. You want to sit on the table, you want to be the pastor throughout. But what is lacking is that we do not want to give out our skills to other people. So I believe in church, to some extent, we pastors have refused to have a succession plan. They have refused to mentor the youth. Because for me, I believe that when a church has so many youth, that's a big church and that's a church for tomorrow. But what is happening is that you find a pastor will preach and preach and preach and never give a chance to a youth, will lead the service, will never give the service to a youth. So to some extent, I believe pastors should give the youth a chance in the church.
Peter, what do you think should be done to young people in churches to see that they are participating?
I think they should be involved in what is the activities of the church. They should be given responsibilities to be able, you test them by giving the responsibility. They are told to do few stuffs here and there. And it becomes good. You're able also to evaluate and see how they are doing. You're also able to grade, or he suits there or she suits there level. You're able now to identify. I think giving them responsibilities, it's a test of knowing whoever fits well. Yeah, by making them responsible.
Yes.
Pastor?
Yes.
I think you will need to add something on that.
Yeah, it is also important to note, just like I had said, that mentorship, it doesn't have to be necessarily because the pastor is an old person in the church. You always believe that you know it all. You will be very surprised that the young people there can really train you something, you can be mentored by them. So it's mentorship is more of giving everyone a chance. Trying to tap what everyone has and learning from each other. We have, especially for pastors, I really highlight on the church, we have to stop this habit of holier than thou attitude and know it all attitude, and let them lead, give them responsibilities, and then gauge them from that.
So what's about, let's now talk about those young people. Are they willing to be mentored?
All right, that's the other now big challenge. Our youth have I don't know whether it's a digital attitude. They feel like we are very analog, or the pastor there is so analog. They are somehow not willing to learn. They have refused to be confident, and at times we refuse to give them responsibilities because they do not show responsibility. I can imagine, like in a church, I have a whole public address system, and I hand it over to the youth, and the next time I come, there are various things that are spoiled. So what do I do as a pastor? I'll remove them and give to more responsible people, and probably older people. So I have stopped those youth from being responsible. So to some extent, the youth also have refused to be responsible.
Your take on that, Peter?
Maybe my take, it's kind of, I'm asking a question to our pastor this time, do you believe all pastors also are mentors? Then, since that you are a pastor, now you failed to tell us whether you are a mentor or what is happening. You are just pastor in your church.
Yeah, I am a mentor. I am a mentor, and I believe in mentorship, and I believe I should give everyone behind me a chance to be what they want to be. And then answering the other question, not all pastors are mentors. Just like all pastors cannot do everything. And that is where so many pastors have failed. They believe they can do everything. We should allocate duties for the ones who can do them better. Like I am a pastor in my church, but I know leadership, I lead it. Okay, yes, I am a leader in the church, but I know I have somebody who is more responsible, who can do it even when I'm not there. Because tomorrow I would wake up and maybe I'm not in church. So not all pastors are mentors. Some of them, so it's very unfortunate. Some of our pastors have failed us.
That's good.
Yes.
So are you having maybe mentorship programs in your church?
Yes, I am. And actually what I do, I interchange the services. I organize church services, and I pick on several people to lead, several people to preach, several people to do the various responsibilities. I've not let it just for the leaders. So I'm trying to bring up leaders for tomorrow, or leaders when I'll not be there.
Wow.
Yes.
Allow me to interject.
Yes.
At a fee, or is
no. The Bible says you've been given freely. Give it freely. I do it freely. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
We are still on mentorship. We are going for a short break. We'll be right back. Don't go too far.
Watching Deliverance Hour.
Service, which is held every third Sunday of the month.
Welcome back. We are on Youth Care Unit. We are discussing mentorship. Going back to Pastor.
Yes.
Let me ask this. I think I'm very concerned about it.
Yes.
How many mentors should one have?
I believe as many as possible. As long as you're interested in acquiring as many skills as possible, you have to look for as many mentors as possible. But it is also important to look or to check what kind of mentor you have. Because you should always get somebody who will lead you somewhere. Yeah.
Wow.
So you see, for every skill that you want to acquire in life, there's a different person with it. And there are times we do not have everything. I might be a mentor in my own way, but there's somebody else who can mentor you in another skill that maybe I don't have. So it's also important to know that every skill that you want in life, look for as many mentors in life as possible. Nobody knows everything. Even the Bible says that none of us is perfect.
Peter, maybe we become personal a little bit. Do you have mentor?
Yeah, I got a mentor, spiritual mentor, who happens not to be my pastor. And we said not all pastors are mentors again.
Yes.
So from the field, from my field, I just, God bless me with another mentor from somewhere else, another church. So I thank God because God gives the right people at the right time.
So, Pastor, what should be done to those small kids at our villages? What kind of mentorship should they be given?
What I believe is, as I have said, this program will reach out to so many people, and we are talking to you who is at home today, that you will start being a mentor wherever you are. Now, for those small kids, let our parents start changing. Let be some awareness. We start talking to people. If it is for pastors, let's start talking to our members. Let's not just be so much on the Bible, and we are not changing the lives of these people. Because I believe when we impart knowledge unto people, this knowledge should be imparted even to our children. If you impart knowledge to the people who are coming, the members or the parents who are coming into your church, they will impart knowledge to the children. So those children in the villages, let's start organizing seminars for these children. We start talking to them early, and with that we'll make the dreams of these children be revealed. Start talking to them as young as they are, and they will be mentored in life.
So who should be doing this?
I believe the people who are hearing that, the pastors, the leaders, like what you're doing today, you're already mentoring somebody else somewhere. So we started from back there at home. The parent, sit down with the children, talk to them, mentor them, talk to them. You see, you've got to have a character. We said from the beginning, you have to change your character. If you've not been behaving well, start behaving well. Start imparting character into these children. When you have good character, you'll be able. Your children will emulate you. They will copy you. So if it is the churches, because I believe every parent goes to a church or goes to a prayer center, let the religious leaders start mentoring people, mentoring children in Sunday school. Let them have teachers who can mentor them, talk to them about real life issues, real life skills issues.
And our leaders.
And our leaders, that goes up to our leaders. Let them have character. I believe you cannot mentor if you do not have a character. You have to stand out, have integrity. Then everybody will copy you, but nobody will emulate you when you have wrong character. Yes.
So are there programs running maybe
like in my church? Yes, there are programs that are running. I am already training my Sunday school teachers. They're going for training so that they can impart the same knowledge into our children. I take the youth for seminars so that they can be talked to. Because what is lacking is people do not want to impart knowledge. When you have it, you want to keep it to yourself. And that is what the Bible says, that my people perish because of lack of knowledge. People have lacked knowledge, and that's why they've gone the wrong direction. We keep blaming the youth. We keep blaming the parents. Probably some of them even don't know. They were not mentored. So how do they mentor? So we have to start it now. I believe when you have realized there's a problem somewhere, you start it from there. Yes.
So what if we take it outside church?
Yeah.
And we go to those villages? Is there maybe something you are doing to help?
Yes.
Those guys?
Okay, like us, we hold fellowships or missions out there. They may not be necessarily more of a biblical, as in we are going to preach. We go and talk to people on health issues, on how they should live, on security matters, on how to take care of yourself. So I believe we should go out and reach other people, not necessarily because you want them to come to our church, but reach out to those people who don't even go to church. Yeah. And now with that, you have started getting into the community.
Let's become political. Peter, what do you think the government should do maybe to help our young people?
My take on that, I think the government should connect with the church so as to be able to locate and the church also works hand in hand with the government, because the church carries the family, so they're able to identify the families, the leaders. So working together with the family, the church, they're able to spot the right mentors, and the government should be able to facilitate and do something to help the society, because they are not spotted, they are not recognized, and they should work something, they should even be paid, I believe. I don't know how they can work out, but that's my take about it.
And on that note, maybe I would also want to congratulate especially this government. To some extent, it is really trying to highlight on the youth. It's trying to highlight on the women, you know, trying to pick everybody in the community. And I think they've come up with the ways of fund that is making the youth get into groups and raise some funds together and do some projects together. So to some extent, I think the government, especially this government, is trying to do something. And what we should do is encourage it and let it know that not everybody is gaining out of that. So we should create more of awareness. Let everybody know. Let everybody, even in the mashinani, wajue kwamba kuna mahali tunaweza saidika, mahali ambapo tunaweza pata talents, you know, mahali ambapo tunaweza pewa nafasi to be somebody. Because a mentor, given a chance, you'll be surprised at what they can bring out into people. Yes.
Talking of mashinani thing,
yes,
there are those kids who got talent in our mashinani.
Yeah.
I mean, how should those talents be tapped?
They should, now that you've talked about the government, this is where, like me, if I want to mentor such children, I should get support, you see. And if I'm working together with the government, I'll be able to tell them such and such a family, there's a child who is able to do this and who has these skills. Then I'm able to bring out this child to the government. So to some extent, it's a wholesome thing. We all need to work together. As the government tries to come in even with those funds, you may be surprised very few people are gaining. But the people who have the talents out there do not know. Or those children who have talents are hidden somewhere. And unless there's a function somewhere and you hear a child saying a poem, that's when you realize, that child has a talent. But you do not realize that maybe there are 10 others in their village. So let it be like the way we do campaigns. Reach everyone, reach the mashinani, get to know those untapped talents, those untapped skills, and help those children to raise those talents. Yes.
Back from where you come from,
yes,
do you have maybe something that you're doing to help those talents?
Yes, I do. In Kiambu, where I fellowship, we have a Kiambu Msanii Sako. And Msanii Sako here means artists who can sing, artists who are paparazzi, artists who are whatever talent that you have. I'm the chair lady of this Sako. It's in Kiambu. And what we are doing, even for children, those untapped talents in children, the child becomes a member, but is a parent who pays for this child. What will happen eventually? This child may want to do an album. They'll come, they'll get money, we will give them money to do an album, then they start selling, and they pay the circle slowly by slowly. So we started this circle, not because we want to tap everybody else, because we realized if I am an artist and I want to do a launch, I go to my Muheshimiwa and she gives me 30,000, I do my launch. Who has benefited? Just me alone. But we decided, let's start something that will be able to tap everybody, even those ones who are not even able to reach those Muheshimiwas. And I believe that by that Msanii Sako, we will reach everybody else who has a talent. All other talents, whether it's gospel music, secular music, as long as you have a gift, a talent, you are welcome into the circle. Yes.
So that means you are getting support from the leaders.
We are getting support from the leaders, but we are also surprised that it's so hard to make people believe and come in fast. So we are trying to really create awareness about it, and we've seen a positive response.
Again, that means that they are not willing to be helped.
People, I do not know whether people have an attitude of they have been cheated for so long. And especially when things start with the Waheshimiwas, they always imagine the siasa. But I wish people would realize today, take advantage of whatever comes your way. Take advantage of the mentor who comes your way. Hang on to them. Kwamilie kabisa until you get like in the Bible there was Elisha and Elijah. Elisha said, I will not leave you until I have gotten your double portion. double powers. And he kept on watching, what is happening that people are not watching. People are not watching for the mentors. Or alternatively, the mentors, the people who can be mentors, have refused to associate with the people who they should they should have hand over this talent to. So people should realize whatever you have is for you and for others. Yeah.
So Peter, what about you? Are you maybe helping those kids? Do you have any programs to help those young kids who've got talents?
Sure. As a musician, keyboardist, I have been organizing a forum whereby we have had a need of people to be instrumentalists, to be ministering. We have lacked the professionals, the people with skills. The Bible says that we praise him skillfully. So I've been organizing events whereby we go to church, we go to train the praise and worship. Maybe they pay our work fee and they're able now to carry on. Yeah, sure.
So Pastor, there's so many examples of mentors.
Yes.
We can talk of politics, and I usually hear people saying, "Moi mentor Uhuru."
Yeah.
Can you maybe give us some few examples of mentors?
Political?
Not really. You are from any field.
Yeah, the like for me, who is a preacher, I look up to my bishop, Bishop Wilson Kanyere, as my mentor. I look at the way he preaches with zeal. He is serious with God. For me, he is my mentor. And
hiyo ni swali gani?
Yeah, it's a hard question.
And I pick it from there. So Pastor, what's the feeling? How do you feel to be a mentor?
It feels it's a satisfaction. You feel like you've moved your skill to somebody, and you're seeing that person using it positively. You feel satisfied. You feel you've done something that is worth a blessing from God. And for me, my dream is to mentor everybody that is behind me. I always look at my ministry as I'll not be there forever. I'll not be that strong forever. So I need people to push on what I have already started. So it feels good to see somebody you made them be confident, you've made them get some skill, and they are doing it perfectly. It feels very nice. Yeah.
Maybe can you tell us some of those guys you have mentored?
Yeah, like in my church, I look at my youth, the people who came in and they were feeling hopeless. They didn't know that they can talk in public. They didn't know that they can even lead a service. And today I see them leading so well. I see the praise and worship leaders. They are people who are not given a chance anywhere. I look at the members in my church, somebody who is our chairman, who had been to so many churches but had never been given a chance. And I told him, I want to mentor you because I can see leadership skills in you. And today he does it so well. I feel satisfied when I see that. Yes.
What about Peter?
What was the question? Come again, please.
The question was, do you have some few people who you have mentored, maybe?
Yeah, I feel good. I have brought up some people in area of music and they are doing good. I'm happy. I feel encouraged. Yeah, so I'm happy, and I refer to a recent statement that I came across whereby it was saying, if I looked further, it must be that I stepped on shoulders of giants. So, and these giants are the mentors we're talking about. So mentors are good. They are golden. They are gifts in society. Yeah, sure.
Okay, Presta.
Yes.
This being a youth show, can you talk to our youth? Maybe you can encourage them and tell them what they should be expecting from mentors, maybe.
Yeah, for the youth, I want to encourage you today. Look for mentors who are ready to change your lives, and be ready to learn. Have a learning attitude. Have an attitude that is teachable, because what is lacking in so many of the youth, they do not want to learn. But have a teachable attitude, and for sure you will learn, and tomorrow you'll be the mentor of the next person after you. So look for people who have skills, what you want. Look for somebody who has that, and you will definitely get it. Yes.
Peter, talk to our youth.
I just encourage our youth that it's possible. I believe maybe they didn't fail in it or whatever things they are doing, but what I believe is success is not the end, and failure is not fatal, but the real failure is failing to try again. So just spot the right mentor, then you're able to get to your next level. Yeah.
Okay, Pastor, maybe we're ending the show. Maybe we can hear your parting shot.
All right, my parting shot comes from Proverbs 3 and verse 5. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Never rely on what you think you know. Remember the Lord in everything you do, and He will show you the right way. Never let yourself think that you are wiser than you are. Simply obey the Lord and refuse to do wrong. This is what I would encourage the youth, that believe that you're capable of what you want to be. Look for that right mentor. You will definitely get him out of somewhere. Out of 10, you will get one. And definitely your life will be changed from then. Trust in the Lord and just obey Him. And all these other things that you want in life shall follow.
Wow.
God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
Yes.
May God bless you.
Amen.
That's the end of our show. Thank you very much for watching, and there's greatness in you as a young person. Till next time, in Youth Care Unit, God bless you.